right. Well, we've got some big news starting a week from Monday. We thought we were going to do it this Monday, but it's going to be a week from Monday, June the 10th. A brand new show. It's going to be right here on TBN debuts. It's called Huckabee Today. What an original title, right? Every week, Monday through Friday, I'm going to be giving some common sense commentary, holding conversations with fascinating people. So tune in and set your DVR. Every weekday, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, starting Monday, June the 10th. I'm very excited about this new show, and I hope you will be as well. But don't worry, the Huckabee Show on TBN every weekend is not only continuing, we just signed an agreement to extend this show. So buckle up, America. Yeah, because you may get more of me than you can stand. Hey, I was shocked, but I really wasn't that surprised that a New York jury, pushed by perhaps the most compromised and corrupt judge in America, convicted President Trump on some of the most absurd charges filed against anyone, much less the political opponent for the sitting President Joe Biden. Folks, it's a sad day for America and for justice. Donald Trump has been bombarded by Joe Biden's Department of Injustice in 2 trials already, and the White House has further helped coordinate and engineer 2 other bias trials, one in state court in Georgia and another in federal court in Florida. Much to the shock of the mainstream media and the leftist Democrats in the White House and in Congress, Donald Trump's support and poll numbers go up instead of down with each of the 91 mostly ridiculous charges filed against him. You know what it's like? It's like watching a Roadrunner cartoon with Joe Biden and his bunch playing the role of Wile E. Coyote and Donald Trump starring as the ever-elusive Roadrunner. Now, the big question that the flacks in the media can't figure out is why. Well, the answer is simple. The American people just aren't as stupid as the Democrats think that we all are. So whether it's Hillary Clinton calling us a basket of deplorables, or the New York governor calling us clowns, or Joe Biden branding what he calls MAGA Republicans as a threat to democracy, even people who aren't inclined to vote for Donald Trump see this for what it is. It's more than the use of taxpayer-funded federal agencies to try and rig the election by keeping Donald Trump tied up in court or even convicted in various kangaroo courts by corrupt prosecutors and judges. It's that most Americans realize that if our government can use the powers of government to take down the people who criticize it or disagree with it, then the very same tactics will be used on them, not just on Donald Trump. They understand that it's not Donald Trump's freedom and due process that's being trampled. It's theirs. It's yours. We've seen New York Attorney General Letitia James prosecute Donald Trump for a very normal business deal in which he borrowed money, paid it all back, and made money for everyone involved. She claimed he committed the crime, even though the supposed victim, a major bank, was completely satisfied with the business deal. It was tried in the courtroom of a kook judge, someone who hates Trump and who hammed it up for the cameras as the trial took place. Things got even crazier with the New York prosecutor taking Trump to trial for a supposed crime that even the prosecutors could never name, and which the pursuit was turned down by 2 levels of the federal government and originally by Alvin Bragg, the New York prosecutor. He finally folded under the pressure of the Biden White House and took it to trial in a proceeding that's so bad that esteemed Harvard law professor and liberal Democrat Alan Dershowitz said that having done trials in 40 states and numerous foreign countries, he had never witnessed a court so devoid of fairness and constitutional rules as this one. Now get this, the judge is a Biden campaign contributor. His daughter is currently a Democrat political consultant raking in millions of dollars on helping anti-Trump candidates and causes. Let that sink in. This case should never have been allowed to take place in this wicked judge's courtroom with such obvious conflict of interest. But worse, he conducted the case without even a hint of judicial integrity, instead imposing an unconstitutional gag order on Donald Trump and denying the defense the opportunity to call key witnesses while having no problem with letting the prosecutors call convicted liar and serial perjurer Michael Cohen. The crooked judge even allowed a washed-up porn star to go unchallenged with sordid testimony that had nothing to do whatsoever with the charges against Trump. And this in spite of the fact that the same porn star signed a strong statement several years ago in which she vehemently denied ever having a relationship with Donald Trump that supposedly happened all the way back in 2008. As these ridiculous trials continue, there remains one in Georgia with the disgraced prosecutor Fannie Willis, who was caught paying her married boyfriend over $700,000 to be her special prosecutor. Yeah, special being the right word there. And then there's the federal case in Florida where some court jester named Jack Smith is going after Trump for having some papers from his presidency. Smith even conducted a raid on Trump's home where he ransacked Melania's closets and drawers. Even had federal agents authorized to use lethal force if necessary to get some documents for the National Archives. And just remember, if they can do this to Trump, they can do it to you. And worse, if they did it to Trump, sooner or later, they will do it to you. We cannot allow these self-appointed government gods the ability to shred the Constitution and use government power to cheat your votes from you. And the election in November may just be our last chance to fix it.